Hello everyone, GeneralApple here, and I have a spicy video for you guys today because recently I've encountered a game called Fellowship, which if you haven't heard that name before, don't be worried, because up until 2 days ago, neither had I. Apparently this is a MODA game, which stands for Multiplayer Online Dungeon Adventure, as the developers like to call it. This is supposed to be like World of Warcraft Mythic Dungeon experience, but throughout the entire game. So no raids, no MMO-like elements, just pure and simple dungeon crawl experience, which is very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before, at least not in 3D, and I'm very excited to see what they've done with this game because it's something that is new to me and it looks really exciting. So this game is supposed to come to early access in about a month from now. If you guys enjoy this video, I might just cover this game. We are going to go by order which they've posted the videos. This is the earliest video that they've uploaded to this channel. It's the announcer trailer. So let's check it out. I have so many questions. Hopefully some of them will get answered. Everyone is going for this art style these days though. Everyone. Swear to God.
We're very excited to finally
Nice. We're starting with a bold man.
World, a game
you know he knows what he's talking
for a long
about.
Time.
Great.
A few years ago, we founded Chief Rebel, an independent studio located in Stockholm, Sweden. We've put together an incredible experienced team that have worked on games like Diablo, the Just Cause series, Battlefield, Helldivers, The Division, World of Warcraft, and a bunch of other huge titles over the years.
Wow, it's okay. It certainly sounds like they have the experience. They have worked for Blizzard, so it makes sense now. But okay, yeah, sure.
Here in the studio, we like to call Fellowship a multiplayer online dungeon adventure, a MODA, if you will.
Oh my God, dude, this looks like straight out of World of Warcraft. What the hell? If I got a glimpse of this screenshot, I would have easily confused between the two. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Sure, like why not? Looks pretty clean.
A game that celebrates our favorite endgame activity.
But this is so similar.
We gather a bunch of friends in a group of 4 and go out and do dungeons together. And these dungeons are going to be full of enemies with their own unique abilities and tricks and strategies that you need to figure out. And of course, bosses providing their own unique challenges that you need to work together with your team to overcome. And when you do, there's
oh, they're moving the ball. Okay, that was cool.
With Fellowship, we are taking inspiration from a number of types of games that we love. So there's a bit of action RPG in here, there's a bit of MOBA, and there's a bit of MMO as well.
That's good.
You can jump into the end game content straight away, and you don't have to spend hours and hours grinding just to get to the fun stuff.
Yeah, but what am I aspiring for? Like, what is the end game? What is the end goal? What am I trying to achieve? I mean, it cannot be this game of endless grind, right? Because that will get stale really quickly. We need to aspire for something. We need to get stronger. So maybe the game just ends after you cleared all the dungeons on the highest difficulties and got like all the best items in the game. That would be great, I think. That would be more than enough. You know what? It kind of reminds me of a game that... what was his name? Wayfinder. Thank God I remembered, right? It was supposed to be an MMO, and then the publisher like left, and they were left hanging, and they turned it from MMO into something like this. And I was very interested about checking out this game. Kinda never really got to do that because I was doing so many other things. But hey, you know what? This game looks way more polished and interesting. I'm just interested in general.
When you first log in, you will pick
your
hero, join up with your friends or find a group, and queue into a dungeon. As you level up, you'll also unlock new talents, set bonuses, and relics that provide new facets and depth to your chosen hero.
Okay.
As you complete dungeons, you gain access to higher difficulties. As the difficulty increases, the enemies become a lot harder, and the rewards you receive become more powerful. The core of Fellowship is this endgame MMO-style dungeon experience. You can jump straight from dungeon to dungeon, and you will get all the progression, rewards, and everything that you need from within that content.
Great.
There are 2 types of dungeons that players will take on: Adventure and Ranked.
Ragefire Chasm, classic.
Everything we know and love
Literally.
from our ranked dungeon format. But we want to take that experience and distill it down to 10 to 15 minute bite-sized experiences.
Okay,
Ranked
so
dungeons
easier
is
experience?
what this genre offers best. This is our opportunity to provide a core experience to our seasoned veterans.
Did not expect that.
To compete against each other on our leaderboards, to overcome impossible odds with their friends, and to really make their mark on the community.
Wow, this really looks like World of Warcraft. I'm not gonna lie, brother. It really looks like World of Warcraft.
The greatest rewards
But that's not a
in
bad
Fellowship
thing.
come to the players who are willing to opt
At least not in
into the
that
most
regard.
challenging content. That means specifically choosing to, with your party, take on multiple dungeon modifiers at a time. In addition to the
modifiers.
standard scaling of our dungeons, we also want to make sure that there are these added layers that don't just change the numbers of, oh, I need to hit him with a bigger stick. Now, I need to move out of the way as a giant fireball rains from the sky. Or now freezing winds are blowing everybody off towards the edge of the map. Things that
Good.
change gameplay. When players enter a dungeon, they've got 3 goals to keep in mind. 1, they gotta kill all the bosses. Then,
Yep.
they have to make sure that the kill score is absolutely filled by killing enough of the enemies in the dungeon.
Kill score. Oh, I can see it. It's in the top right here. So kill score. Okay, they wanted to make sure that you kill the ads and probably won't skip them. Which, yeah, makes total sense.
And then lastly, they need to make sure that we're doing all of that in the allotted time. So for our ranked dungeons,
Oh,
that's
it's
about 30
time-based?
minutes. And for our adventure dungeons, we're looking at 10 minutes.
Yeah, makes sense.
The enemies in Fellowship are challenging. And that means that players are going to have to rely on the Holy Trinity, tank, healer, and DPS
Oh, you do have
in order
that,
to
yeah.
overcome these challenges.
So here's the problem. Usually in these type of games, or just games in general, nobody wants to play a tank or a healer. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a tank enjoyer. You know me, I'm a tank main. I love playing tanks, and if I try out this game, I will 100% play a tank. But the problem is, most people don't play them, and that kind of sucks. I wonder if maybe there would be a way to, like, break that, or, you know, have it your own way, just play with whoever you want, which class you want. I really hope there will be a way, because, you know, you're not gonna find that many people who wanna heal. At least not in your specific dungeon. There's so many, like, variables, right? And that would suck. So yeah, hopefully they will find a way to actually solve that.
Each role is necessary to succeed, with each having a distinct role to play.
Kill them.
So when we created our roster of heroes, it was really important that each hero feels unique to Fellowship.
Guy
While still
with
being
big
recognizable
sword
for
and
people
shield.
who have played thousands of hours in
That's
similar
what I
games.
need.
So we've got this one hero called Rhyme, and she's got this very bursty and procky rhythm to her gameplay.
Nobody cares, no
She's
shield.
not very cooldown reliant at all. Instead, she has a very steady build up to constant payoffs that will feel really explosive and flashy. With War Master, you've got a tank that should feel like home, and it's super easy to pick up. She also has
Give
a
it to me.
toughness mechanic where more advanced players will be able to min-max their damage mitigation and cooldown reduction.
Okay, okay.
Fellowship is going
Sounds
to be a
good.
constantly evolving adventure that will be
Bro,
built
what?
to last for a really long time, and we're so excited to have the players be part of that development journey with us. We've got heaps of content planned for Fellowship, and there's going to be a lot more to talk about really, really soon. But to start your adventure with Fellowship, make sure to sign up for our closed alpha, starting really soon.
So there was a closed alpha for this game. Again, you need to remember, this was a year ago. Ooh. Okay, that looked good. I like that. Okay, so location so far looked pretty interesting. And also the classes themselves, well, they are going to delve deeper into that as, you know, as we go along. But for an announcement trailer, hey, that got me curious. Alright, it seems like now we have a little bit of gameplay. So we got the Steam Next Fest overview trailer. So they're just generally gonna talk about this game probably.
Hi everyone, I'm Hamish
Oh, this
Bode,
location
Community
looks
Director
great.
for Fellowship. On behalf of the team here at Chief Rebel, we couldn't be more excited to invite you all to our public playtest. But first things first, I'd like to give you an overview of our game and get you up to speed on what you can expect in Fellowship.
Tell me all about it. Come on, I'm ready. Lay it out on me.
Fellowship is a multiplayer online dungeon adventure, or a MODA, taking the best parts of the end-game MMO experience and putting them front and center. If you love cooperative dungeon-focused gameplay, Fellowship is the game for you.
Yep.
To get started in our game, you'll first select your hero from our roster of tanks, healers, and damage dealers.
Okay, interesting.
A tank's primary role is to absorb damage and keep the enemy focus on them.
Oh, she's a tank?
Positioning and threat management
Monk
are
tank,
key
that's cool.
to optimal tank play. Damage dealers are the ones that bring the pain to the enemy. You want to be doing as much damage as possible to take down the enemies while the tank keeps them busy. A healer keeps the team in tip-top shape, focusing on keeping everyone's health bars high and providing buffs to the rest of the group.
Yep.
After selecting a hero you'd like to play, you'll find yourself in the Stronghold, a shared hub where you can get ready for your next adventure, manage your stash, upgrade gear, and figure out your rotations on the training dummies. Once you're ready, open up our group finder to find like-minded players that are looking for the same challenge that you are.
Group finder.
Once your group is found, you'll start the dungeon and fight your way through packs of enemies, each with unique and challenging abilities of their own that you'll need to keep an eye on.
Nice, so it seems like even the normal enemies have abilities that you actually need to be aware of. That's great. So you're not
You
just
and your group will have to
mindlessly
work
grinding.
together and take out enough of these enemies to up your kill score as you make your way towards the boss. Now, these bosses aren't your standard hack and slash fare, and you'll need to pay careful attention to the boss mechanics that Fellowship has to offer. A lot of our encounters will make veterans feel right at home, while others will push the boundaries to give players an entirely new challenge.
Great. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. That's
As
cool.
players reach higher difficulties, these bosses will become even more challenging as they unlock their own advanced mechanics and abilities. Pay attention and communicate with your group to end up on top.
Yeah. I wonder if there will be a way to know like the abilities of all the bosses before you go into a fight, or you just have to experience it and, you know, have the bosses reveal their abilities and kind of learn like that, sort of like Dark Souls. To be honest, I'm not sure which option I'm willing to go for, because it kind of seems super annoying to learn with 4 other more people the entire moveset of the boss, but as a Souls-like player, like, I just love this. So it's kind of interesting. Wonder what I'll go for.
During these dungeons, you'll also need to keep a close eye on your own abilities, their cooldowns, including your ultimate, and find the optimal time to use them.
Just press the same button. It will happen. All good.
Once you take down that final boss and have fulfilled the kill score requirement for the
Nice.
dungeon, you'll be handsomely rewarded with a
Big
big shiny
treasure.
chest of loot for your efforts.
Good. Monkey brain lights.
You'll then return to the Stronghold to revel in your rewards, as well as the new skills, talents, and power that will be added to your toolbox for that hero along the way.
Skills. So you earn skill?
But that's just the beginning. When you're ready,
Like that.
it's time to dive straight back into your next dungeon, which may take you around 30 minutes as you work your way through multiple bosses. Or if you're short on time, we also have adventures which have a single boss and will take about 10 to 15 minutes each.
That's
We
great.
want to give you options to chase down the loot you need in the time that you have available. With each completed dungeon and adventure, you'll gain the power you need to take on new and increasingly difficult challenges, and you'll be rewarded with loot that is far more powerful than what you began with.
I'm
For those
interested.
of you that haven't played a game like this for whatever reason, maybe you just didn't have the time, or the prospect of doing NPC quests for hundreds of hours didn't appeal to you, we are so excited to invite you into an experience that has been hidden away from you for way too long. We've put a lot of work into making sure that you have the best experience right from the start. We know that for a lot of you, your competitive spirit is why you'll want to play Fellowship.
True.
We've included high skill cap heroes in our roster, a group finder system so you can find similarly skilled players, customizable UI.
Great.
We've also got
Great.
leaderboards to climb, gear to collect, and a bunch of ways to gain the prestige that comes with being the best in the business.
Awesome. Awesome. Bro, this even sounded like World of Warcraft music. What the hell are they doing?
This is just the beginning of the Fellowship journey, and we
Nice
can't wait to make
pirates.
this game with and for our community. So make sure you jump into our
Dragon?
public
Oh,
playtest
it's a
available
demon.
at Steam Next Fest
My bad.
starting February 24th.
Okay, cool. Wow. That actually looked impressive. Okay, this was actually pretty great. But again, kind of a lot of questions about the end game, but I'm pretty sure they haven't answered any. The next videos are just like hero showcases, so we're gonna go through them really quick and just kind of see what heroes we can expect. First hero on the roster, Tariq. They already nailed him. Bald, big dude with a giant hammer. Let's go. Wait, that sounded kind of sus. No, wait, loads it.
We're including a
should've
new
paused.
hero in the Fellowship public playtest during Steam Next Fest starting on February 24th. Now this big guy here is Tariq, a
No, he's a
heavy-hitting
tank,
melee
right?
DPS that, if you
Yeah,
can get your
damn
timings
it.
down, will pump out huge damage.
Kinda
But
wanted to play
let's
him.
start from the start. There are a couple of things here on the HUD that we need to keep an eye on. You've got your Fury bar below Tariq here, and then
has like
on
a
the right
timer.
we have our swing timer, which is going to be very important. Now it looks quite slow, but don't let that fool you. It's going to fill up, it's going to turn red, and then it's going to reset. But we have a
Swing
lot to
timer.
pack into this window. Now I'm going to agree with you, the auto attack looks a bit underwhelming, but
Yeah, it
that
looks
is
weird.
intended. The first thing we're going to weave into our rotation is our heavy strike. The cool thing we need to focus on here is ending with a heavy strike every time that the swing timer is about to reset. It hits really, really hard, and if we're not squeezing in a heavy strike every time it resets, we are missing out on really, really valuable damage. The
Wow,
next thing
you're
we want
really
to work
into
into our
min-max that.
rotation is Tariq's wild swing.
It really reminds me of skill switching in TBC Paladin, which I've played. Like Red Pally, that is so... That was actually good, but it was so annoying to manage. You had that swing timer, you had to do the exact same thing. I don't know, it's not for everyone. That's
You'll
all
notice
that
it
I
does some
can say.
cleave damage, but the other important thing to note is that enemies will have an increased chance to dodge this. That's going to be really important when we start looking at our next skill. You should be able to fit in 3 wild swings before you queue up your next heavy strike. That way,
Oh.
you know you're getting the most damage out of this rotation so far. We often
Okay.
like to describe Tariq's
So you're not supposed to basic attack, if I understand it correctly. The timer is just there to kind of warn you. Like, hey, squeeze out all that you can before the actual bad swing comes into play. Like, okay, sure, I can see
It's
that.
pretty rhythmic, it's quite musical. So if you're weaving in 3 of your wild swings and then doing a heavy strike, you're gonna kind of have like that 4 beats in a bar type feel. Now when an enemy dodges or Tariq misses an attack, you'll have access to your 3rd skill, which is Face Breaker. Now if you're adding Face Breaker procs off the global cooldown into your rhythm, you're going to start to get something that's kind of feeling a bit syncopated. And you'll quickly notice that if you can pull it off, you're increasing your damage a whole lot.
Wow, that is some seasoned World of Warcraft players' tactics. I don't know if this game would appeal to everyone, if I'm being honest, because now watching this is for real hardcore players, which personally I like, but I don't think many people are going to love that. So I'm kind of surprised, but I'm also intrigued, so I guess only time will tell, but yes, this is usually not a great sign.
You'll see that we've generated a lot of fury, and we're definitely going to need a way to spend this. Both of Tariq's spenders are going to use half his bar of fury, so 50. The first one I'm going to use here on the bar is Skull Crusher, which is going to be a big amount of single target damage. The second one I have here is Hammerstorm, which is going to use half of your bar's fury at most, and it's going to do a bunch of AoE damage. Going a little bit deeper into Tariq's toolkit, you have his Leap Smash, which is a great way to initiate a fight and build up that first bit of fury that you're going to need to start spending.
Yeah, you all need that. Not the
You
greatest
then
animation,
have his
but...
pummel there on shift 2, which you can use to interrupt enemies' abilities. You may have also noticed a couple of other skills on the hotbar
What was
that
that
look a little
animation?
bit different. We've got some lightning
Just gave him a
to
smack.
add into the mix as well. So we've got Thunder Call, and if you look really closely, it's on a 45-second cooldown, but it lasts for about 20 seconds. We've got so much uptime on this, and it will enhance the abilities that we've already got in our rotation, adding to your DPS even more. But when we've got Thunder Call going, you'll be able to add Chain Lightning into that rotation, and things are going to get pretty hectic.
Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool.
Of course, Tariq has a Spirit ability as well, and when you have the resource for it, you'll be able to use Raging Tempest, which is going to push your damage way over the edge.
Sure. I mean, gotta be honest,
As you
looks pretty
progress through the beta,
generic
there
so
are
far.
a bunch of other skills that you'll unlock as well, and we can't wait to see how you use them. Kind of ironically, in our own tests of Tariq, we've noticed that players can get a little bit tunnel vision, which reinforces that kind of berserker fantasy in a weird way. You'll notice that you kind of get obsessed with fitting as many things into your
Yeah,
swing time
that is
rotation
true.
as possible, and maybe you're going to neglect that you need to be interrupting certain
Also, I wonder one thing. Is this like the furthest you can zoom out? Because this is pretty close. And don't get me wrong, I like up close and personal. I like seeing everything that I do. But this is kind of too close. I mean, it's a little bit too zoomed in for me. Hopefully you can zoom out. Maybe it's just for the showcase though.
Enemies and collaborating with other people in your
Oh
team
yeah,
in
yeah.
certain
You can
ways,
see
making
here
sure
that
your
it's kind of
positioning is
further
right.
away.
But we feel like that's kind of fun and it reinforces exactly what Tariq is all about. Make
Probably
sure to join
they've
in the
done it only for the
conversation over
showcase.
on our Discord, and we can't wait to see you in.
Yeah, by the way, this zone looks sick. Holy. I love the entire Cursed Pirate thematic. Like, this is absolutely great. Okay, so this was one hero. Actually pretty generic. Looks pretty cool, but the abilities themselves are like, okay. Okay, so the next hero trailers we are going to see are actually only 40 seconds long. So this one, I can only assume, is an assassin. Don't ask me how I know that.
In Fellowship, Mara is a melee assassin who uses stealth to get up close and personal, landing
The
surprising
girl
and
with the 2
devastating
daggers
strikes.
is an assassin. What? Brother.
She generates combo points through her abilities.
Oh, come on.
Moving-
Really? Combo points? Come on, man. You can't take everything. You can't take everything.
In and out of combat with the deadly grace of a Black Widow. Mara uses combo
I don't like
points and
assassins
special
usually.
abilities to empower them, allowing her to do more damage
Oh,
for each
that was-
combo point used.
Oh, okay. That looked pretty cool.
Strike from
Actually.
the shadows as Mara.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Huh. What was that about?
Allowing her to do more damage for each combo point used.
Okay, that's dope. That was dope. Like, she has the shadow clones just mimicking her abilities. That was great. I like that. I like that. There we go. Tank hype.
In Fellowship, Helena is a melee tank who excels on the front lines, taking hits to protect her allies.
She has a meter of
She
some
builds
sort.
up her toughness, which is used to reduce incoming damage,
Okay.
giving her time to use powerful skills to forge a path for your group through hordes of enemies.
Okay, I like that. I like that playstyle.
Take hits head on and shield your allies as Helena.
Damn, that was even shorter. Holy, that looked dope though. I like that. I like that. We just seen a snippet of what she's capable of pulling, but hey, you know what? That was more than enough for me. If I ever test this game, I'll probably play as her. Vigor, he's a priest and a dwarf. They knew. They knew.
In Fellowship, Vigor is a healer who thrives in the midst of battle, alongside his allies and enemies.
He's
He
flying.
uses offensive spells to generate radiant runes and heal allies at the cost of mana. Radiant runes are used for Vigor's most powerful abilities, whether that's granting shields to absorb enemy attacks, or spells
Nice.
that damage enemies while healing allies.
Oh, that's cool.
Radiate healing and support, and help your allies as Vigor.
Sure. Wow. Okay, I mean, seemed like fairly priesty-like, which, you know, it's what we expected from a dwarf priest. And last, we have Rhyme, which is the one they showed in the earlier video, so she's the
In
frost
Fellowship,
mage, right?
Rhyme is a ranged caster who deals massive damage from afar. Distancing herself from the heat of battle, Rhyme plants her feet and generates anima by wielding the power of frost. Anima
Yep.
will eventually coalesce into winter orbs. Winter orbs can then be used to unleash devastating elemental abilities.
Yeah. Oh.
Unleash Winter's Wrath with Rhyme.
Oh, that's cool. Huh. Oh, they changed the screen. Okay. Yeah, you know what? She actually looked pretty fun. To be honest, not gonna lie, the heroes in general don't look that great. And I don't mean like in the design. The design I think is fine. I mean, in the terms of abilities, we just saw snippets, so I'm not gonna go too hard on them. I have to see like full hero spotlight to actually judge this correctly. But from the little we've seen, they didn't seem that great. I don't know. I didn't dig it. I think it was fine. But again, it's pretty much nothing compared to the game that's about to come out. So once the game is live, maybe I'll check a bit more. Maybe I'll even test it myself. But yeah, I mean, those are my opinions for now. I'm not too excited, but I am kind of interested in seeing what is going to, be happening with this game. But yeah, make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But that's all for now. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.